Hey there traders, this is Steve Miley, the market chartist for FX Explained, and our regular update in here for financial markets. Today focusing on the stock indices in Europe, which have surged higher in here over the past 36 hours to kick off this week. Now markets, remember, already rallying aggressively ahead of the US presidential election result. Then we had this kind of choppy price action on the day after the election as we had some indecisiveness around that result. But then post-election in here, Thursday through Friday, the market's significantly higher. And then yesterday, gapping higher on the open after Joe Biden was announced as president, as elect, as he has seemed to pretty certainly now have victory in that presidential election. So the markets are liking the fact that one, Biden in power, and then plus in here significantly that the Republicans holding on to the Senate, which is seen as good for corporate America. So a Biden victory plus the Republicans holding on to the Senate, a mixed government, good for corporate America, as then the Democrats will not be able to put through significant tax increases for the corporate world or maybe stifle the business. So we're seeing in here this really strong rally driven by a bull gap, but then having already pushed above this important 12,708.5 level on the DAX, the market then took off on the upside when Pfizer announced that their COVID-19 vaccine trials had been hugely successful, 90% success rate, and then saw an aggressive rally across global stock indices. European equity indices actually doing particularly well in here, and then the DAX then took out this important peak in here from mid-October at 13,163. Now that significantly shifts all the threat to the upside. We see risk now going higher, not just going into today, not just going into this week in here, but going through the balance of November and maybe the balance of this year in here. So real upside threats now, given that we've got this potential vaccine that could be rolled out through year end into the beginning of 2021. So a lot of these global growth stocks in here that have been undervalued because of concerns around COVID-19 leaping higher over the past 24 hours, and potential for that to continue going through year end. So upside risk now on the technicals in here. We've got the September peak up in here at 13,461. That's a potential target for this week. And if I just zoom out a little bit in here on the daily, you can see we've got this gap. The market went into this gap at that 13,461 peak in here, and then we've got the all-time high up there at 13,824. That's a potential for November. Okay, so let's just zoom back out again. I'm going to go to the Euro Stocks now. This is the Pan-European Equity Index in here, and a similar bull gap on the Biden victory through this key peak at 33.01, through these kind of topping lines in here yesterday, surging through those, just falling short in here of the July peak up at 34.45, just stopping at 34.41. We have had a dip lower, but the market's already this morning rebounding in here, and that points us still higher. We're looking for upside threats, 34.41, 34.45. And again, if we zoom out in here, and it's not, we've got much more distance to go in here for the Euro stocks, but you can see if we do take out that peak there at 34.45, then we've got a resistance here from March this year at 34.67, and then these potential resistance targets into year end, that's the all-time high all the way up at 38.68. Maybe that's going to be a big ask in here, just going back to the shorter term chart. Maybe it's going to be a bit of a big ask in here for the Euro stocks to hit that target going into the end of the year, but certainly that is an upside threat. Markets are going to be let loose now by this very, very bullish news on a potential vaccine for COVID-19. So good news in here for a change, guys, which is wonderful to see. Markets very much in risk on mode in here, surging higher. European, US and UK equity indices pushing to the top side. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to wish you all a great trading day. Please do stay safe out there, guys. This has been Steve Miley, the market chartist for FX Explained. Thank you so much for watching. Now, if you like what you've seen, please do hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And, as always, have a great trading day.